Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things. Let's talk about sex. The birds and the bees.
No pants dance.
Shagging.
Knocking boots.
Netflix and chill.
Why can't we just talk about sex?
This is a public service announcement.
Why aren't we talking about a more inclusive sexual education program? Studies show that teachers are less likely to openly talk about LGBT issues relating to sex, and in fact rarely encourage discussion among them. Only 1/5 talk about living an LGBT lifestyle. Only 3/5 of educators were even able to acknowledge sex education among LGBT individuals. Not surprisingly, millennials have spoken out about sexual education and are pushing for it to be more inclusive. In a nationwide survey of LGBT youth, 57% reported having heard homophobic remarks from staff or teachers. That's unacceptable.
Essentially, there's a problem built in the structure of how we're teaching youth about sexual education. We're approaching our logic from a structural deficiency mindset. The problem with the current system, it is not inclusive. It alienates the LGBT community, and in a sense, it invalidates their identity. Currently, there are two traditional routes in teaching sexual education. There's the abstinence-only route and a more inclusive but heterocentric route. In fact, gay and bisexual men who have sex with other men make up half of the people living with HIV in the United States. In 2010, young gay and bisexual men who have sex with other men, 13 to 24, make up 72% of the population that are newly infected with HIV/AIDS. This is disproportionately atrocious.
Currently, abstinence-only sexual education programs are on the way out, and PrEP is on its way in. It's the Personal Responsibility Education Program funded by Obamacare, and it aims to bring an end to government funding of abstinence-only education, but provide medical, accurate, and age-appropriate programs that focus on reducing teen pregnancy and STIs. PrEP does not specifically include language that directly mentions LGBT-specific content, but it does expect that these programs will attend to cultural context and the needs of diverse youth populations. How is this going to be resolved? Well, it's not going to happen overnight. And what needs to happen is more anti-harassment laws in place, anti-violence education so we can reduce homophobia in schools, and clearly more inclusive sex education. Pretty heavy stuff, guys.
Yeah, that was a lot.
Yeah, that was crazy.
But if you guys were as outraged as we were on some of these issues, I think the most important thing to remember is to contact your local representative and become an advocate for human rights.
We all deserve them.
Oh, Aaron, who's our local representative?
I don't super remember. Do you know, Jeremiah?
Elijah Cummins. Contact that guy.
And the number should be somewhere around this section of our screen.